Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. I am your host, Dr. Ice, and we're here with the Job Motorsports Round 9. Oh my lord, what in the world is going on with this? Let me fix that real quick. Let's just sort of kind of... Yep, there we go. Sorry about that. We're here at the Job Motorsports Round 9 NASCAR at Homestead. And as you can look at the track, it is definitely raining as well. So yes, this will be a rain race not for the entire thing, but definitely gonna go from dry to rain. We're getting ready to go into some qualifying here in a second. We're gonna go ahead and ready to spectate. But yeah, I've got some people here in chat. Go ahead and let me know who's here. Say hi. Say who you're pulling for. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on with this organization. Started some new medication. Been kind of under the weather, but you know we're still here, still kicking. Yeah, let me know who you're pulling for. Let me do one more thing. There we go. Just double checking that everything is good to go. Yep, it is. Turn this up just a little bit. Alrighty. Oh. So looks like we got qualifying going right now. I got some mid-30s. I think the track is dry right now. But yeah, I got some mid to high 30s on the board so far. This is a stock tune series. Along with a 10% grip handicap. We'll be here for 133 laps. Let's see if I can pull up the standings. So it looks like SJM Taze has been going pretty nuts in the series so far. We see him running in actually IEC. It's another series that I was that I am covering. Trying to pull where he finished. No, sorry, he's not running in that one. He's running in the Tour NASCAR Series, of which I'm also covering, along with IEC, another organization that I'm covering as well. Yeah, glad to see everyone's in here, but kind of chat shy. Let's go ahead and break this ice. Should also mention the music that you hear for the starting and ending is royalty free by XVI Records. He makes and actually mixes and records the majority of all of his stuff, and man, it sounds really good. But yeah, as we're getting through some qualifying action, there's Robert's Gaming Center. How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, we have PRG Black currently on pole with a 30.286. Zodiac with a 30.401. Valhalla PD, the 30.436. Lear Art is a very with a very respectable, who's this? Leaderard with a 30.482. Boss Racer Pro 199, 30.519. Dubs 1775 with a 30.584. There's Tazebot with a 30.257. Where were we? Connor D Photo with a 30.832. Dark Dragon. Actually, I think I can. I don't want to ruin anything. Connor D Photo with a 30.832. Dark Dragon 8077 with a 31074. Robert Voice Axe with a 31504. Currently waiting on a couple more to qualify. Just the two of BTR Smokey and Ghost Reaper to go ahead and lay down some laps. As see Zodiac is happy with their 30.401, so they'll be locked in along with Lear Art. See who else we got in the chat. Arcania, how's it going? Welcome back. You always manage to pop in when I'm live. How you been? Not much just grinding LMU. How have you been? I've been better. Still getting used to new medication. I just adjusted all my dosages and stuff Friday, so that's been fun. Yeah, so let's sorry, we saw Tazebot improve to a 30.155, and it looks like he is happy with that one. PRG Black with a 286, Zodiac with a 401, Valhalla with a 436, Lear with a 482, Race Pro with a 519. Somebody just jumped up. Ghost Reaper with a 30.400, 1,000th ahead of Zodiac so far. Let's see what else we got on the board. We got Smokey in here with a 616. I think that's everybody. But yeah, I've just been broadcasting. I'm actually getting rid of my my wheel and stuff. Full 10th on Tazebot. Yeah. I'm actually getting rid of my rig because of my ongoing back problems, so I'll be either running on controller or broadcasting for the time being. Unfortunately, because my ongoing back issues, I can't use it, so I may as well have somebody, you know, take hold of it. Did you get that surgery already? No, not yet. That's been pushed. Robert's Gaming Center. Oh, I just saw you follow 5 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, whenever that happens, I will probably be out for like a week. But we'll see. We'll go from there. But yeah, don't get old. Everyone in chat. Get to 29 and then just stay 29. Because the second that you the second that you accept you've turned 30, it all goes downhill. And boy, let me tell you, that hill is very steep. But yeah, should be finishing up quali here shortly. See Ghost Reaper with 1,000th of a second on Zodiac. You look back to the Taurus series on Saturdays that I cover. Oh, I should mention, for those that don't know, I have accepted a staff position with Torah. and I am the deputy head of streaming with them. So that's been a that's been fun to work with those guys. It's a good organization, good people, and look forward to be bringing some cool things to the tour streams. But try not to turn 30. Yeah, just turn 29 and go talk to the person that like removes your ability to gain like experience to level up, pay the gold, and just stay to level 29. For those of you that play WoW and know what I'm talking about, yeah, race starts in 10 minutes. There's a whole bunch of people in here. Love to see it. Yeah, as I mentioned in the intro, if you take a quick look at the ground, that's some rain. It's gonna be raining. They haven't told me how hard it's going to be. You know what? I can actually take a sneak peek at that. Let's take a look. Let's see how hard it's going to be raining. Snooping through the rules, snooping through the rules. Oh. It finna be raining. In NASCAR, baby. Yeah, it's an April Fool's race, so I think this is a twist that they put on the run today. Yeah, it's oh, it's gonna get crazy. So can't wait to see that crossover point when all the cars are on the dry tires, and then the rain starts and it turns into a slip and slide. Even with the 10% grip handicap, it should get a bit interesting as well. Because these cars are already difficult to drive on the wet tires. So you take you take 10% of the grip away from the car. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. May as well advertise this as a dirt race and just do 60% grip. Just have people drift all over the place. That'd be interesting, actually. Time to do some Tokyo drifts. Yeah, I can only imagine. Because it looks like it's raining just a little bit. I hope we don't lag too much on stream. Oval rally, yeah. That's a great way to describe dirt track racing. I think it would work the best with Eagle Rock. Slap like 900 horsepower into like a Chevelle or something, and just go at it. Might have to look into that. I'm sad that there's not a like a dirt like a dirt racing game other than iRacing that has a spectate mode. I don't think World of Outlaws has a spectate option, but man, I would be streaming that as well if it had it. I can't drive oval to save my life. I've tried it. Rally 2.0. Okay. I think I did exactly one oval race on iRacing. I had one good lap in qualifying and it put me in pole position. And then I proceeded to forget what I did during that. Guys were asking me what line I took. I was like, I don't know. I just kind of drove the car around the track. It's like, dude, this is literally my first race. And I proceeded to spin on the start, roll 3 times, and then DNF. So I kind of steered clear of the dirt series from there. I look, it was my first race. That's how I fumbled it. Different kind of goat, yeah. Let me go and turn on my lights real quick. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I wasn't exactly ready for the guy in P3 to be literally like a couple inches off my door, and he knew what he was doing, right? I, as the lead car, did not. So I made it abundantly clear in chat and in voice that I'm like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, and boy, I got a trial by fire. So should be resetting the lobby shortly and then getting rocking and rolling. You go ahead and mute this for, yeah, sure, why not? Kind of wish there was proximity radars on iRacing. Yeah. Um. There's a lot of purists on iRacing. To the point like the late model guys and the dirt guys will, I mean, heck, even the NASCAR guys like shun people that use the like the virtual mirror because it's not what the actual car has. Well, buddy, I'm sitting in my office with some monitors and like a racing rig. Like, it's a game. If I had the money to be a race car driver, I would be a race car driver. We're here, majority of us are here because we can't afford to be race car drivers. So if there's an assist, means they don't want it, they can turn it off. Yeah, they can turn it off. But the proximity radar would be terrifying, at least at Daytona, because the majority of the player base is on wheel, and it's a lot easier to hold 3 wide, and Jesus, even 4 wide sometimes. Like on Talladega and the trucks, like those boys will run 4 wide, and they will be packed like 7 rows deep running 4 wide. So it would just clutter everything at that point. But it would be nice. I can see why the developers wouldn't do that per se, but you know, it's just one of those things. Alrighty. Speaking of iRacing, let me move this over here so it looks like I'm reading the chat. They're supposed to be doing like an IndyCar series, like an IndyCar game, which I hope it goes a little better than NASCAR 25 did, and it's cross-play. But you know, one can only hope. I actually need to see where they're at with that. Second half of 2026. Yeah, I don't know. Make sure everything is synced up. It looks like it is for the most part. Yeah. I should mention the iRacing arcade thing looks pretty dope. I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but that looks pretty interesting. Adding IndyCar to iRacing, I very doubt the IndyCar game will go for. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the iRacing stats, the IndyCar series isn't that popular to begin with. I'm actually getting ready to pull up. Okay, so practice is ending, so we're gonna have to focus back up on the race eventually. But if I look at, because it's like an oval in Formula, like license, like code requirement. Let me find it. Okay, event starting. Here we go. Sweet. Let me pull it up. Actually, no, it's a formula requirement. Yeah, there's been like less than 10 people. Alrighty, so we are now going to focus back up on the task at hand, which will be the race. So let me go and get my massive noggin out of here. Oh, it did it again. Oh, because I'm in 4K mode. Let me go ahead and fix this again. Let's just kind of go. There we go. Yeah, so our race leader will be Tazebot, followed by PRG Black, Ghost Reaper. Actually, we're gonna have a formation lap here, so we'll go ahead and get everybody introduced along with their paint schemes and get this party started. And make sure not to click off the game and then lose game audio. So we'll have the full effect of freedom screaming in our ears directly after we launched 4 people into space to go to the moon. And it looks like it's already wet on track. And we're underway here with 133 laps of Homestead. So let's get this off. As Tazebot will lead us off here, followed by, oh, there's already Carnage behind with Robert Voice Axe, and it looks like Boss Racer Pro 199 and Connor D Photo already getting into it. So it's already a slip and slide here at Homestead. I think we're coming to a caution. And we are. So let's go ahead and take this opportunity to take a look at our grid. So Tazebot 44 here in the 00 Bass Pro Shops Ford Mustang. Got Ghost Reaper here in the steel gray Go Baby Go number 13 Ford Mustang. Got Zodiac 927 here in the Fast and Furious Mitsubishi type livery number 88 Chevy Camaro. Valhalla PD here in the number 91 Enhanced Health Chevy. BTR Smokey here in the number 2 Caterpillar Build, Tune, and Race number 2 Mustang. They have Learard here in the Star Wars number 45 Toyota. Yeah, this looks like a Camry. Dark Dragon 8077 in the number 10 Joker Camaro. Dub 1775 also rocking a Star Wars number 5 Camaro. That's nice. A little Death Star action there on the quarter panels. Connor D. Photo, who is unfortunately caught up in that opening lap action with the number 77 Chili's Camaro, as we're getting lined up here. Boss Racer Pro in the number 65+2 Monster Energy Toyota Camry. PRG Black with the number 9 Exxon Chevy Camaro. And then Robert Voice Axe in the number 1 Transformers and Monster Energy Camaro, coming in hot to the grid, as we're going to go ahead and get back underway here for Homestead. And we're back to a green flag here, as both Tazebot, Ghost Reaper, actually everyone's gotten a nice run. Zodiac looking to make it 3 wide off the rip, decides against it. There's already more carnage behind the grid, as Dark Dragon gets into Robert Voice Axe. There will be a cooldown period. Man, there's already someone else in the wall. There will be a cooldown period for cautions here at some point, as Tazebot goes ahead and checks in the box of another lead lap with Ghost Reaper 617 right behind him. Oh, somebody's drifting it. That's Boss Racer Pro trying to hold on to it. Getting loose there off of turn 1. And will slide off the track. We can already see how difficult it is to run these cars with 10% grip handicap in the wet. So he will fall out of the top 10, as Tazebot and Ghost Reaper continue to battle it out for the lead. Valhalla PD there in the number 91, hot on their tails as well. And we see the 4th through 6th pack right behind them of Zodiac, PRG Black, and Learard, trying to get something going on. It looks like Connor D. Photo got a little overzealous into the entry of turn 3 and caught the wall. That will cost him a position to Dubs 1775. Let's focus back up on our lead pack here. So coming through turns 3 and 4 now. Nice and smooth by the looks of it. Now we've got some action in the backfield here. Dubs and Connor going back at it in a battle for 7th. Keeping it nice and clean. Connor with the impressive run on the outside due to the speed difference of the just that inside and middle line. Homestead is of course, an intermediate oval. I believe this is a 1.5-mile track. So you're gonna have to try and look after the tires as best as you can, and then obviously keep the pace up to go ahead and not be left behind here, as the pack starts to open up just a little bit, with our top 3 running bumper to bumper to bumper. Actually bump drafting through the corners here. Let me move this over, actually. Oh no, what did I just do? Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Let's get this over here. Kind of reminds me of the kind of like the Car of Tomorrow-esque like racing, where there's a couple of small groups of cars grouped up and just running, trying to save fuel as much as they can. Of course, with these stock tunes that are on these cars, it's kind of difficult to do so, but they're giving it all she's got, for sure. Looks like they're trying to make some time up. Let's see, 2 seconds back. Looks like Valhalla's trying to make a move to the inside on Ghost Reaper, but is deciding against it. It is pretty early on to be racing super aggressive, so I would anticipate these drivers of course, just accepted whatever position they're in now, and just gonna run it out for as many green laps as possible, as we're getting some lapped traffic here. It's like Valhalla's trying to make use of as much of that draft as possible to try and slingshot around, but can't quite get it done. Let's look at this battle for fourth going on here. So see another group, the second group of cars here, Zodiac Leerart and PRG Black, also in a similar position that the top three are in, just kind of running their race as best as they can, getting a little caught up with lap traffic, trying to get around him. A little bit of contact there. I think PRG Black is going to get the worst end of this. However, he's going to have no issues catching back up in the draft. As you see, already making a little bit of an adjustment on his line through the corners to go ahead and get back with this, get back on the bumper of Leerart. Yeah, we're just waiting on the rain to come in. We know it's coming. End of race will be a thunderstorm at 100% chance. So, as if it wasn't difficult to control the cars now. Oh boy, just wait. Oh, we have some action here. Looks like PRG Black's trying to get a jump on, decides against it in the entry of turn 3. Trying to get the pass done on Leerart, just sizing up the pack. Trying to get something going, but actually might have the run here as Leerart goes to the outside. Maybe a little bit of shuffling of position. They don't want to fight too much, as they don't want to be left out of the draft from Zodiac that we're on board with now. Looks like, yeah, as I mentioned, they're losing a lot of time fighting, so they're just gonna put a pin in that one and just continue bump drafting to try and catch the leaders. Let's go ahead and get the time difference here. They're already back 1.2 seconds because of that. Not only are they hurting their race, they're also hurting Zodiac's, who's been doing everything they can to try and catch up to Valhalla, Ghost Reaper, and Tazebot here. To note, it's not going to be a gradual change in weather conditions. When it's time to rain in Forza, it's going from what we see now to rain, and the track status will show accordingly. So we're not going to be able to watch rain accumulate on the track. It's just one moment it's going to be dry, and the next moment it's going to be a torrential downpour. So this will be interesting to see for sure, as we're already 20 laps through the race. As I don't believe we have our pace car in here. We're supposed to have had one, but that's okay. Things happen. It's like Valhalla PD's trying to get see if there's any luck on the high line. It doesn't necessarily seem to be so. Let's check back in on Zodiac, Learart, and Pure G Black. Nothing to note here, as you're going to catch some laps traffic here through turns 1 and 2. Pure G Black trying to set up some type of move to get around him. Learart specifically using the slower traffic as a rolling pick, I guess. But looks like he's going to give way, and they're going to meet him in the middle of 3 and 4 here, as we continue to get some nice green flag action here. Check back in on our leaders. Just still kind of hanging out. We can take a look at fuel consumption now. Hopefully hopefully this isn't bugged. So we see Taysbot here with 59% fuel. Oh lordy. Ghost Reaper here is going to be at about 60% fuel, so saved 1%, which doesn't sound like a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but if Ghost Reaper can continue to pull off the gas a little bit, maybe that might turn into another lap of racing, but I don't know, we'll see. It looks like these gentlemen have picked up a friend of Robert Voice-Axe, trying to utilize the faster traffic to go ahead and get some laps or track position back, as he is unfortunately 2 laps down after an incident on lap 1, and then another incident after the green flag. So he can only hope that we're going to have some more cautions to go ahead and get back on the lead lap. So we're going to continue. I don't know what is going on with the cameraman here. Let's change to some point of interest cameras. We're going to come down the start-finish line here with Boss Racer Pro, Smokey, and Dark Dragon here. This should be our lead pack coming through. Yes, it is. We're going to follow them around, do some scouting. Oh, so these are the only 2 that we have. Okay. Give us some more green flag racing. No moves being made just yet. Trying to get through as much of the race as possible under these green flag conditions. Let's check on Zodiac, Learart, and Pure G Black. Looks like Pure G Black lost a little bit of time, but not a whole lot, as he's regained it in the corners, of course. Still sizing up Learart, as he had been for quite some time. Let's go and check on their fuel and tire here. Again, with these intermediate ovals, that right front just gets beat to shreds, as we see 40% wear on the right front of Zodiac, 40% fuel. We're going to go to go take a look at Leerart as we see those those clouds start rolling in. 43% here for Leerart. And PRG Black, 41%. So PRG has a little bit of a tire and fuel advantage here. It seems to be doing some pretty insane fuel saving. We'll take a look at the leaders here. So 46% fuel, 42% wear for Valhalla. Ghost Reaper here, a little bit of desync on my end, so 42%, 46%, and Tazebot 42%, 44%. So I think PRG Black actually, might have a run here. Leerart getting the run on Zodiac there on the inside, but I don't think it's gonna pay off as well as he thinks it is, as PRG Black will move up into 5th position. Definitely with the tire and I think a fuel advantage. Let me look back at our leaders. So 45%, middle of turn 3 and 4, 41%, middle of turn 3 and 4, 44%. So 3% saved by PRG Black already. As we are 33 laps down, 100 more to go. Let's continue to get green flag action here at round 9 of the Job Motorsports NASCAR Series. Which I would like to mention, actually Leerart kind of dropping off pace just a little bit, which is something I would like to mention. Fuel saving's not really a thing a lot of people do in Forza. Viewers, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, but normally it's just, you know, no curveball, no changeup, just straight gas. Running 133. Ooh, they're getting a little bit of a mix-up here. As I think Valhalla's going to move up into 2nd position, getting around that lap traffic. A little bit of confusion between Valhalla, Ghost Reaper, and I believe that was Dark Dragon. Yes, it was. So, another change there. So it looks like Leerart's dropping off pace. I believe it's due to tires. Yes, it is. 52%. Wear. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the rest. 49%. And Zodiac here at 50%. So we're going to watch PRG Black start making his way up the grid here. But tire saving is definitely important here. Not overdriving the car. And of course you want to fuel save as well. Be as smooth as you can with these cars. Because every percent matters, both on fuel and tires. There, as you see, Tazebot just now ticking into minor tire wear. PRG Black has been in minor tire wear for about 2% there, and it's just going to exponentially increase as these, excuse me as I'm burping mid-sentence. It's just going to exponentially increase in wear as you go from minor into moderate wear. But it's one of those skills, as I was talking about before I got shinied, was really tire saving and fuel saving as well, which can make a world of difference for track position and pit timing as well, as I believe we're about to see here with PRG Black and the rest of the field, depending on when they all decide to jump into pit lane. As PRG sizing up Zodiac here, might not get it done, but as we mentioned, he was sizing up Leerart for the last 25-30 laps. Is deciding against making a move just so he can continue that fuel saving that he's done a phenomenal job at. 28% fuel from Tasebot here. 29% here from Valhalla. 29.7 here for Ghost Reaper. 27% from Zodiac. 31% from PRG Black. As it looks like he's going to hit moderate tire wear shortly, as everyone's starting to move up to that high line. Boss Racer Pro there we see at the right side of the screen going into pit lane for the first time. A couple laps down after a couple, two incidents at the start of the race. One on lap 1, and then the next incident immediately following green flag after the caution, just due to the amount of rain that was on the track. It was super unpredictable for these drivers, and the biggest, yeah, you see the clouds still rolling in. As it's just looking worse and worse out in the virtual sky, if you will. As Tasebot continues to lead this race here, we're gonna see how far. Oh, we have a move on 11th here as Robert Voice-Axe in that number 1 Transformers Chevy gets around Boss Race Pro 199 for the battle for 11th. As we're gonna see Ghost Reaper and Valhalla go back at it. Very dicey battle, of course, as both of these drivers have some pretty worn tires. What was that? That weaving there from Boss Racer scared me. Thought he was trying to take out Robert Voice-Axe. Yeah, continue to see some very patient driving, as it looks like Learart has dropped quite a lot of track position from Zodiac and PRG Black here, as we're anxious in a very light sense of the term, waiting for the drivers to go ahead and make their first round of pit stops. We're going to get a fuel calculation here as Tasebot comes around turn 4 on lap 45 already. Been a nice and calm race, so 17.2% fuel, as Zodiac will be the first one to dive into pit lane. And we will see who else will be jumping in as well. Zodiac, I think, is going to make use of the newer tires as our leaders continue to run laps. Oh, I did have to check. So 15.2, so about 2% fuel per lap, where looks like now Learart will follow suit. Actually, no, Learart's still in pit lanes. No, we saw Zodiac going. Now Learart will be pulling into pit lane, and we're going to see a pretty large pace delta. Who is this? Smart detection. Oh, some bot. Zodiac. Oh! Zodiac will hit the pit wall. That was an unfortunate entry for Zodiac. I think they must have... Oh, don't do that, as he is terminaled. Oh, the rain is here. Oh, that's why. Now everyone's coming in. So that explains why Zodiac went sliding into the pit wall. Have they been green since the start? Sorry, I just saw your message there, Dan. So we had a lap 1 caution and then a lap 2 incident, but they have been green since the lap 1 caution. So as I mentioned, Forza weather doesn't like to just ease into any changes. If it's dry, it's dry, and if it's raining, boy, it is raining. As you see, it is already horrendous as Valhalla goes charging up the top of the racetrack there. It's an unfortunate move for Zodiac and Learart trying to game when the rain is going to come through. It's where Tazebot, Valhalla, and the rest of the grid just kind of wait to let it happen because the car is already driving like trash on worn tires. And just let the rain come to them and then pop into pit lane for some wet tires. And yes, there is rain. And oh, don't worry, it's only somebody's Robert Voisax running into a little bit of an issue there on the backstretch. Took no damage, thankfully, but is definitely struggling to get into grips with that car, as we see Dubs being overtaken by Boss Race Pro here. Let's go ahead and get a rundown of the field. So Tazebot running off on his own with Valhalla and Ghost Reaper drafting close behind. Then PRG Black running 4th position. Connor Photo jumping up into 5th place. Dub 1775 jumping up into 6th. BTR Smokey in the number 2 Caterpillar machine into 7th. Learart into 8th. Dark Dragon 8077 into 9th. Zodiac with an unfortunate re-entry into pit road will drop down to 10th. Boss Racer Pro in 11th, and Robert Voisax in 12th. So Tazebot continues to try and run off from this race. However, Valhalla PD and Ghost Reaper not letting him run off with it too easily, as they have a speed advantage down the straightaway because they're drafting. Maybe not so much a corner advantage, but they're definitely carrying more speed into the corner. Hopefully Ghost Reaper doesn't get Forza walled. Okay, he's not going to. As you see, Valhalla and Ghost Reaper both making quick work of that gap to Tazebot. So this three-way battle for the lead will be back on. As long as Ghost Reaper can hook back up with Valhalla. My goodness, what a run Valhalla had on Tazebot after he caught that draft. We're going to take a look at PRG Black, who is coming through into turn 3 now, with Connor Photo coming out of turn 2. So PRG Black is kind of in no man's land right now, running in 4th. Can only hope for a, at this point, a mid-race caution between somebody to go ahead and get the field back squared away, as we do have some action here by Dark Dragon. A little bit of a draft train here between 9th, 8th, and 12th. Looks like Learart going a little high into the wall there, giving way to it's giving way to somebody, but now he is hunting down Dark Dragon to go ahead and move further back up into contention for that lucky dog, who currently will, knock on wood if there is a caution, will be BTR Smokey. Take another look at our leaders real quick. Valhalla trying to get a run on the outside, but will ultimately be squeezed out of that run by Tazebot. As the waiting game continues again, they're already on wet tires. The track can and will only get worse from here, as there will be a thunderstorm on track near the end of the race. We are at the mid-race. The mid-race look, and it looks like Tazebot definitely dragging his brakes into the entry there, as now this top three are locked back into the battle that they have been in for, I mean, the last 57 laps. PRG Black here in the number 9 Exxon Chevy, making his way through some lap traffic now with Learart there. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on track conditions as it continues to get worse here at Homestead. I'm going to take a quick voice break. We're going to grab an onboard for Valhalla here. An actual onboard. Where is it? As we see just how bad it's raining right now. And yeah, I'm going to take a quick voice break, and we're going to keep an onboard camera here with Valhalla PD. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field. Not a whole lot of changes, if at all. Tazebot, Valhalla, Ghost Reaper continue to battle for the lead. We're on lap 62. PRG Black continuing to either fight with lap traffic or... Oh, that's Learart, a car that he was in a 50-lap battle with prior to, trying to get around him so that he can go ahead and get Learart to tag up with him behind him so he can try and pick up some track position on the leaders here. As I believe Dubs is getting ready to go a lap down now as well. Unfortunately, also left out to dry. There we see the leaders on the high line out of turn 4. Uh, 63 laps of green flag racing here for round 9 of the Job Motorsports NASCAR Series. Very rainy weather here. Yeah, it's been a looks like it's been a mess, as we can kind of hear in the at least in the replay cameras just how hard it's raining right now. We're gonna jump on board and take a look at this move by Ghost Reaper. Will get by Valhalla PD without any issue, as we see just how hard it is raining here. Let's go ahead and get out of this because that is loud in my ears. So Ghost Reaper will move back up into second place and is now hot on the tail of Tazebot. So you see Dubs here getting caught by the leaders. Let's see where 7th and 8th are. And 4th. So 4th, 7th, and 8th have tagged. Oh my goodness, they're going 3 wide into turn 1 in the rain. A little bit of bumper cars going on, as BTR Smokey will retain 7th position, trying to get locked into that drafting train to not lose 7th. and he will defend that position. But now here we see Lear with a move on the inside. Got the door slammed on him by the looks like. It slowed him down just a little bit, and Lear will back out of that run. Getting some good action here. They have a lot of balls. Actually going 3 wide in the wet here. As Learart's going to try everything he can. BTR Smokey driving it deep into the inside. Trying to then get back around PRG Black to get Learart off of his bumper. A lot of aggressive racing here at lap 68. Learart with a run on the outside. Might not get it done. Smokey leaves the door open for a little bit. Learart's trying to get around him. Again, Smokey driving it almost all the way down to the apron. That's going to cost him the position there, as he's going to get ricocheted back up into almost the wall there. As Learart's going to try and also get a run on PRG Black here. We need to take a look at their tire life here as well. 17% wear. I don't think that's accurate. It might be. Valhalla here with the move on Ghost Reaper will regain second place, as there's a battle for 7th and a battle for 2nd going on. Valhalla trying to get a move on the race leader. Might look to the inside here. Tazebot keeping the door open for him. Decides against doing so. Won't quite get it done. Trying to fake to the inside to unsettle Tazebot, but it didn't necessarily work there. Tazebot has led every lap so far in a very dominant performance here in the wet at Homestead. As you see Connor D photo there, about to also be a lap down. There are no competition cautions to reset the field, or I should say stages. So they're just gonna run it out 133 laps all the way to the end. So we will definitely see how things shake, or how things play out, as 58% fuel for Tazebot here. Valhalla with a slight fuel advantage due to the draft, as all 3 of them are bump drafting here. Let's check on PRG Black, who is currently sitting behind Learart, so Learart got a pass on him. And seems like PRG Black is going to utilize the draft from Learart, kind of sit behind him, save as much fuel as possible, and try and get rid of, or make a, not necessarily get rid of the pit stop, because you can't fuel save that much in Forza, of course, but try and maximize his time on track. As BTR Smokey's going to lock in behind him, also potentially doing the same thing that PRG Black's doing. Smokey working that outside line. Oh, we had a pass for the lead. Valhalla with the run. This might get dicey. Tazebot will get Forza walled, and oh my goodness, will lose all of those positions, which is an unfortunate physics glitch in the game. Rough situation for Tazebot, who has led every single lap up until this point, and we will come to caution because of it. So that is good for the current drivers that are a lap down, as I think Ghost Reaper's gonna have some damage there. No damage. PRG Black doing something. What on earth is he doing? Oh, he's getting behind Tazebot. Okay. That's strange. I mean, that works. Oh, it's just resetting the ordering of the grid. Okay. I see what he's doing. Okay. It looks like everyone's going to be coming into pit lane using the actual pit lane entry, interestingly enough, as the entire top, everyone's going to be coming in for fuel and tires, except for Zodiac, who I think was regaining his lap back. So finally a caution after 74 laps of racing here. Tazebot leading all but one lap, and Valhalla finally ticking in a lap lead. As we're going to go ahead and get everyone back on the lead lap here, get everyone situated. Let's go and get the intermission camera back up online while we get on board with our current race leader, Valhalla PD. As yeah, we have some finally a little bit of action. Unfortunately, was due to a glitch there. If you catch the wall for any amount of time, it's gonna slow your car down quite a bit. So we see BTR Smokey getting his lap back. Boss Racer Pro should be getting their lap back as well, and I'm not sure. Might get Robert Voisax back on the lead lap as well. Dub 1775 dropping back into his position, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So Dark Dragon goes in for their pit stop. Zodiac should be coming around for theirs as well, along with BTR Smokey. As now we're at the halfway point. A lot of good green flag racing. I'm surprised it went as long as it did. Now the field did get spread out quite a bit after that that lap 2 incident. I don't know if they're gonna let Robert Voisax go ahead and get his last 4 laps back, but now that everyone is ready for the rain, it should be a little easier, as Valhalla will elect for the inside line. No, Robert Voisax will get as many laps as he can back, but will be 4 laps down. Of course, will be the lucky dog for the foreseeable future until somebody else goes a lap down. We're gonna get back live here. Okay, I was looking at the wrong screen. We're gonna get back live here, lap 77 of 133 here to very rainy and very wet Homestead, as Valhalla will take us to the green flag, and away we go. BTR Smokey with an unbelievable jump off the line. They're 3 wide, 4 wide through turn 1 on the restart. Very aggressive there. Will fall back into position, as Valhalla will try and fight off Ghost Reaper here on the outside for the lead of the race. Where did Tazebot? Tazebot's in 7th. After a bit of a spin, and I believe a poor restart as well, as Dark Dragon will jump into the pits. PRG Black with an insane run for the lead now as well, as we're going to see a lot of shuffling. Valhalla with a run on the inside. Connor Photo there right behind. I believe that's Ghost Reaper there tucked in, as they will go 3 wide through turn 3. PRG Black popping out of that, a little bit of contact. Uh-oh. A little bit of ping pong action going, and PRG will hold on to it. Smokey with a large run through the entry of turn 1 won't have the top speed advantage from PRG, who went from literally first to 6th. Tazebot moving back up into 3rd place with Valhalla Ghost Reaper, or Valhalla and Ghost Reaper. Connor D Photo right behind them in the number 77 Chili's mobile. Learart back up into 5th. As we're gonna watch this battle here, as Ghost Reaper will drive it deep into the inside, trying to get a run on Valhalla. Tazebot teasing a lot of blocking action coming from Valhalla, as well as Tazebot will send it through to the inside to get, or try and get a pass on Ghost Reaper here, but can't quite get it done. Valhalla all over the track to hold on to first place, getting another lead lap. Tazebot letting him fight it out, as Ghost Reaper will be your new leader. Valhalla will definitely be going to the inside as they're racing rough here. Oh my god, they're 3 wide behind the leaders. Connor D Photo goes to the inside. Keeping it nice and clean so far. PRG Black there on the outside right behind Tazebot, as we have quite a bit of action going on here now, folks. 2x2. This is your top 6 that we're watching battle here, and Boss Race with a pass on Dubs for 9th. We're going to stay locked in on this battle for the lead and ultimately the top 5 as well. Ghost Reaper on the inside, followed by Valhalla. Taze trying to send it through the middle, will get the pass on Ghost Reaper, and will now have to, oh my goodness, Ghost Reaper getting loose there after a bit of a bump. Will lose a bunch of positions. Now Tazebot has to work his way around, or at least try to work his way around Valhalla. Has a good run on the inside, I think. Wow. Tazebot baiting Valhalla with that move. PRG Black coming back into 3rd position after watching the really aggressive moves by Valhalla PD. Tazebot trying to shimmy him into overcommitting on a defensive move. There we see Learart in 4th place. Tazebot trying to get something going so we can get to the outside of that car. We'll try and get the move done here, but Valhalla will drive off with it. Oh, there's contact. Learart, or Smokey in the wall. No, that's PRG Black in the wall after he got turned. An unfortunate incident for PRG, as he's going to be having some transmission and driveline issues. Can't quite get the car going, as I think we are going to come to caution, maybe. No, we will not, as PRG is going to be limping that car back. Tazebot jumping to the apron, and is going to help his competitor get into pit lane. We're gonna sit and appreciate this, as it looks like he's decided against it. Gave him a little bit of a bump, which is just enough of a bump. Round of applause for this gentleman. Move of the race to go ahead and turn around and literally Lightning McQueen PRG Black into pit lane. Definitely a gentleman and a scholar, Tazebot 44. And we'll get back into position somewhere. into second place. Yeah, fantastic move by Tazebot. And everyone's going to come into pit lane again. Robert Voice Axe here will get try and get the remainder of his laps back, which is good news for him. Pierre G Black is down a lap. I'm sure he'll get a lap back as well after a bit of a delayed caution. I know they're racing for the line, but Pierre G Black is going to be the lucky dog, as they're going to... Whoa, that was a close one. BTR Smokey and Black Dragon passing the this lead lap crew of cars here, and they will give their spots back. Yeah, move of the race, and the race MVP will go to Tazebot for helping his competitor get into pit lane. Fantastic move there, as I think, yep, Robert Voice Axe picked up another lap, so that's good to see here. As well, Valhalla will choose the inside line again, as Tazebot will try and get a jump on Valhalla to go ahead and get around him. Valhalla, of course, aggressively defending, rightfully so, on an oval, to keep the lead. As we're now underway, Tazebot with a beautiful jump and a bump by Zodiac will have a slight advantage on the exit of this corner as far as speed goes. Let's see how well he will capitalize on this for the restart. Still side by side, Valhalla side drafting like his life depends on it, as Tazebot will be running the outside. Couple cars a bit loose. There's two cars into the wall. That's Dark Dragon there, unfortunately, as they will jump into the pit lane, along with Robert Voice Axe will jump into the pits as well. We're going to get back on this battle for the lead here, as Tazebot will finally get around Valhalla PD. Zodiac catching a little bit of contact from Valhalla as he tries to move up the track. As they're now single file, Valhalla will drop down into third place and will jump up to the top line to get behind Tazebot 44 here, as we're on lap 90. Ghost Reaper in fourth. Boss Racer Pro, after being, oh baby, he's getting loose. That'll cost him some speed. He's gonna push some cars into the wall. A little bit of an interesting move, trying to wrestle this car around the track. Pierre G Black, of course, picking up a lot of positions. Was running fifth after unfortunately being put into the wall, and Valhalla's back into the lead, blocking all over the track, holding on to the lead with like his life depends on it. What I will caution is don't dish out what you can't take. Now, if you race like that, and of course you get a little angry that somebody else races you like this, who is that? It's Tazebot fighting off a move from Zodiac. Though they're not going to go three wide, thinking about it. It's all fine and dandy if you block like that, but if you get angry when somebody drives and races you like this, then hey man, I don't know what to tell you. So Tazebot might have a bit of a run here. As we see, it's not malicious or super aggressive, as he sees Tazebot is on his quarter panel, and will will give him the space and he's not forcing him down to the inside. So it is aggressive driving, yes, but it is good and clean racing as well, as Ghost Reaper will give him a little bit of a bump, move back up top to tuck in with Valhalla, as Tazebot's now alone, naked and afraid on the inside, and that will, unfortunately, there's another caution by the looks of it, as somebody's going reversing backwards down the track to get into pit lane. An interesting move by them, as Tazebot will look to the inside. Oh, he baited him into that move. My goodness, but Valhalla will still hold on to it. A little bit of an F1 flick that we're seeing, as he's taking advantage of the fact that Valhalla is aggressively defending, and you see him swerving around, trying to get around him. Not necessarily a move for desperation, but a move of it's like, look, if this is a game you're gonna play, hey buddy, we're gonna play it. As Ghost Reaper might look to capitalize on these two racing hard, as Tazebot will send it super deep into the inside. An early apex, which unfortunately will cost him second place, as Ghost Reaper now will move up into second. Ghost Reaper trying to get a move on Valhalla. Tazebot will follow suit. Valhalla catching a little bit of a bump on the outside, as Tazebot looking to pick up 2 positions on that. Might get it done. Valhalla's gonna kind of return the favor to Ghost Reaper, except Ghost Reaper got the better end of the deal this time. Oh, wow, Valhalla's swinging to the inside, will push it 3 wide. Tazebot saying, no, I'm having none of that, and will set up for the switchback, as Valhalla's going to have a pretty bad run on the exit, but will hold on to second place, as we see Ghost Reaper, Valhalla, Tazebot, and Zodiac. Your top 4 runners here. Boss Race Pro in 5th, and Pure G Black in 6th. So we're gonna click over into triple-digit laps complete, as Zodiac's looking for a move on the inside, but with all that speed potential on that top, with these top 3 cars almost said drafting. Won't necessarily work out for him, as it looks like Ghost Reaper's having to lift a little bit more than he's wanting to on the outside here. Tazebot looking for a move on the inside. Valhalla faking a move on the inside as well to stop any attack from Tazebot. And it looks like we're gonna get on board with Tazebot here, as this battle continues to rage on for second. Zodiac taking a bit more of an inside line than the other competitors. Taze almost getting a move done. Doesn't want to drive it too deep and take that early apex, as it seems to really hurt the car on the exit. What Tazebot needs right now is a really, really good bump draft from Zodiac on the exit of these corners, as we see Zodiac going to the inside again. Kind of limiting the options of Tazebot to get around Valhalla, is now Valhalla is torn between actually making a move on the inside of Ghost Reaper. He's not going to try and defend against 2 different attacks, as now Valhalla's stuck on the inside, as Tazebot will sweep it down to the inside, almost to the apron, almost taking Valhalla with them, trying to get around him. That early apex doesn't quite work out as well as we hope it would. Zodiac hooking up with Valhalla here, as they will go 2x2 with 30 laps to go here in round 9 of Job Motorsports NASCAR Series. So we see Valhalla will get a... he's about to get Forza walled by the looks of it. Will get off the wall just in time. Lost a lot of speed because of it. Trying to force T-Spot to the inside. Can't quite get it done. And T-Spot will get around him. A breath of fresh air for T-Spot as a... he gets... Ooh, Zodiac getting a little loose from a bit of a tap there from Valhalla on the inside. But... T-Spot definitely breathing a sigh of relief, as now he only has to worry about Ghost Reaper, and he's going to try and run off from him, him being Valhalla PD. Yeah, a lot of close racing. It looks like everyone's still composed. Not a whole lot of craziness going on, as T-Spot and Ghost Reaper will go ahead and hook up and start to get some space between second and third. Already 0.3 of a second gap here, as it looks like Valhalla's back on their bumper, driving it really deep into the wall. Oh, he's gonna get Forza walled. He's gonna have to move back. Oh my goodness, he's gonna lose a lot of positions because of that. Super aggressive line into turn 3, and it will cost him 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. It's got to be upsetting for Valhalla. He definitely has the pace. I don't know what he's doing. Lap 106 here. He's gonna try and get as much time as he can back. Robert Voisax here stopped on the apron of the start-finish line here. Not sure if that's going to bring a caution or not. He is 9 laps down. Pure G Black with a move on Connor D Photo to move up into 3rd position, with Zodiac losing ground quickly behind T-Spot and Ghost Reaper. T-Spot with a move to the inside. Can't quite get it held on. As we are less than 30 laps to go here at Miami. A lot of action here late in the race, in the rain. A lot more fighting than what we saw in the dry. Again, it is late race conditions, so they're gonna have to be aggressive to both gain and hold those positions, but not over aggressive, as we see Valhalla picking up 6th position. Boss Racer Pro actually losing 2 positions on that pass by the looks of it, and we are with the inside of Valhalla PD here. Valhalla, of course, being the faster driver, so I believe Learart is going to tuck in behind Valhalla to go ahead and ride that wave to get back into the fight for 4th. Between Pure G Black and Connor Photo here. So check on our leaders, Ghost Reaper and T-Spot again, still running single file. Just trying to open up some distance to the cars behind. Zodiac's already fallen out of the draft, being a full second behind now. T-Spot's been eyeing that inside the last couple laps, but he is waiting on the perfect time to go ahead and get that pass done. Let's see what other battles we got. The battle for 6th. Not necessarily a battle for 6th. Valhalla, as we have seen, will not give up that position under any circumstances. Kind of bringing Learart with him to go ahead and catch up to Connor Photo and PRG Black. T-Spot continuing to eye that inside. Can't quite get it done, as Ghost Reaper will hold it onto the wall. and kind of lock that slingshot to the outside, as the action up at the front of the pack will reduce to a I would say a simmer at this point. It's, you know, it's still warm, they're still cooking, but it's not as hot as it was before the rolling boil of the couple laps prior. So I think I just clicked off of the leaders as they continue to try and get something done. They might go side by side here, as you see Robert Voisax back on the grid. Tazebot now with the inside with the move on Ghost Reaper will be able to drive it into the corner just a little more, almost pushing Ghost Reaper into the wall. Will lift out of it. I think he's going to not take advantage of that, as it was an accidental move, and keep it side by side. Tazebot with the Sportsman of the Year award already, I'm gonna call it here in April, acknowledging that he did force Ghost Reaper wide and will relinquish that position instead of just running off with it, as Learart and Valhalla now are side by side into turn 2. Learart trying to get by him on the outside there, as Valhalla gets a little loose by the looks of it and will sail by him on the inside. Another battle. Oh no! And a caution will come out as Connor Photo and PRG Black will get into it. Not exactly sure what happened there. The front of Connor Photo is absolutely torn up. I'd imagine the rear of PRG Black 30 is not much. The front end of PRG Black is also pretty tore up. And that will bring out a caution as they will race for the line. Tazebot slinging it down to the inside to try and get... Oh, Tazebot's loose in turn 4. Will catch it, as they will come to the line. And the caution will be out. Ghost Reaper's throwing it sideways. With around 18 or 19 laps to go here. So Connor, Smokey, Dark Dragon, and Dubs will all pick up their laps back, as I would imagine everyone's going to go ahead and pit again to get fresh tires, make sure that they can get to the end without any issues, as we will have the third caution of the race here. Talking with the race organizers, it sounds like the last 8 laps will be a fair game. So let me go ahead and verify. Caution windows, 8 laps for start, restarts, and finish. So it looks like they're going to actually stay on their tires here, because I think they're handling the damage of the cars now, and then next time by, pit window will be open. As we see just how torn up that car of Ghost Reaper is. Same with Tazebot. I can't imagine the come on, let me click Valhalla. The number 91 car of Valhalla's much better for where it is, and we see it's all kinds of torn up here as we're winding down the laps. You can zoom out a little bit, cameraman, thank you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing. Oh, we're going double up, as we will have 15 to go when we go green here. As Fields here, Ghost Reaper is taking the inside, which means Tazebot will have the outside. Ghost Reaper will have a slight advantage onto the backstretch. And here we go. 15 to go. Round 9 of Job Motorsports NASCAR Series. We are back underway. It all comes down to this, as Tazebot and Valhalla will take that outside line PRG Black with an aggressive move to the inside, picking up a couple positions already. Boss Racer, they're in the number 65+2 car, getting a little loose coming off the wall here. So we're going to turn our attention back to these leaders. Oh, Ghost Reaper getting a little... getting into Tazebot a little bit. Tazebot getting pushed to the wall. Will hold on to it. Zodiac looking... Oh no, somebody got Forza walled there. I think it was... Dubs. Can't remember who it was. But, yeah, here we go. Almost 3 wide. They will go 3 wide into turn 3. Correction, they will not. As Valhalla will maintain 4th. Tazebot coming into the lead. Holding on for dear life on that outside. A little bit of contact there with Ghost Reaper. Valhalla trying to capitalize on it. As the lead drivers are all over the place. We see Ghost Reaper blocking both lanes here. Zodiac will force it 3 wide into turn 1. Keeping it tight to the inside there. As Valhalla might get the pass on Tazebot here. Tazebot will have the draft. But that side draft is pretty intense in these cars. Leerart moving back into 5th. PRG Black into 4th. Zodiac and Leerart now in a battle for 4th as... Oh god, this is going to be a corner to watch. Valhalla smartly pulling... Oh my god, what a send by Zodiac to the inside there. 4 wide almost in that second row as Ghost Reaper and Valhalla will continue their fight for the lead. Valhalla with an insane run, diving all the way to the inside. Running it, getting into Ghost Reaper almost. Uh-oh, there might be some action here between BTR Smokey and Connor Photo, as Tazebot will be your leader after the send from Valhalla will put Ghost Reaper into the wall. Leerart moving to the inside, still 3 wide as PRG Black is the meat of that sandwich. Pause. As now PRG Black will move into 2nd with 11 to go here. Valhalla on the outside with a pretty good run. Valhalla trying to get the crossover on PRG Black. Will now take the inside, coming to the start-finish line. We'll have a boost from Ghost Reaper, who's trying to get back into contention, letting off a little bit to try and keep that inside line working. Oh, thought he was clear, wasn't. Tried to move up on PRG Black by the looks of it, or Leerart, almost forcing him into the wall, as Tazebot will maintain the lead. A lot of shuffling for the battle for 3rd here, as Valhalla will try and run down Tazebot now with 9 laps to go in the race. Leerart getting into the wall. So they're now 2x2 battle for 3rd place, heating up. We're definitely going to keep an eye on our leaders. They look like they're about to go 4 wide into turn 3. Ghost Reaper running Leerart up into the wall, giving him plenty of space. Valhalla's all over the bumper of Tazebot there as they continue this battle for 3rd. PRG Black trying to defend against, who's that behind him? Zodiac. Trying to find what line's going to work best, and I think on these tires that this inside line's going to be the best bet, as we see that draft train there. Leerart almost left out to dry. Excuse me, they're on the inside. As Zodiac will take the inside of PRG Black, and they will go 3 wide, 2 wide into turn 1. Zodiac moving up into 5th place. Trying to get a late race run going. Can't quite tuck into this draft train on the outside, but he will have an insane side draft on the back straight here to go ahead and pull up alongside of Leerart and get the inside run. Oh, hopefully he doesn't run him into the wall too much. Might have cost him some speed here as he continues to make great use of that and will finally, there's trouble behind them as PRG Black is into the wall with 5 to go. Unfortunate for him. I don't think that will bring out a caution as his drive line is absolutely toast. We might see a green-white checkered here if it goes to caution, but we'll have to wait and see as an absolutely devastating race for PRG as something happened there. Somebody thought they were clear, maybe not, as we'll see if these leaders are going to lift. They will not as they continue their run. 5 laps to go next time by. Absolutely devastating turn of events for PRG Black. Was doing so good all race. Leerard almost getting turned by Zodiac. As they continue to run single file, Zodiac with a phenomenal late race run, moving from, I believe he was either 7th or 8th on this restart, now moving up into the top 5 here. Ghost Reaper trying to get the draft from Leerard and Zodiac rocking and rolling to go ahead and catch Valhalla and Tazebot, but they have just completely run off from them. As you see a 1 second gap, we're going to keep an eye on this for the next lap as we will come to 3 to go this time by. Not losing a whole lot of time. They might be gaining a little bit. As a matter of fact, only losing a couple hundredths of a second. Valhalla trying to get something working on the outside to go ahead and as PRG Black goes ahead and leaves. Unfortunate for him as Valhalla will get a move on Tazebot with 3 to go. My goodness, what a move. Now Tazebot has to attempt to get around Valhalla. Oh no, as Ghost Reaper gets Forza walled at the exit of turn 4. Another devastating move for, or a devastating moment for, 2 of the front runners. Now Tazebot will take back the lead in the exit of turn 1 with 2 to go. This is going to come down to the absolute last second as Tazebot's going to have to hold off Valhalla for 2 more laps. So we're going to stay locked into this battle here to see what happens. I'm going to take a quick voice break as it will be white flag next time by. Valhalla looking to the inside. Still trying to get it done. Tazebot definitely has the speed advantage. Valhalla is definitely going to be sending it into turns 3 and 4 here. There goes the move as Leerard and Zodiac fighting behind them. Tazebot almost getting run into the wall as now we are at the white flag. Tazebot with the run on the outside is going to have to get something done as Valhalla is going to try and hold him as close to that inside wall as he can. Zodiac getting a move into 3rd position. Will definitely have to put the roadwork signs up and keep Leerard behind him. As here we go, it will come down to the absolute last second as Valhalla gets into the wall. We'll get Forza walled and collect Leerard and Zodiac in the last second. And Tazebot will be your winner. Will Zodiac hold on to it? No, he won't. It's the last second pass by Smokey for 2nd place. And an unprecedented turn of events for them. Oh my goodness. I think Leerard was caught up in the action. It was forced down into the pit lane. Holy crap, what a finish. Zodiac getting through that unscathed, going into 3rd. Smokey with a... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look back at that to make sure I saw what I saw. Jesus, what a finish by these two. I can't imagine there's a lot of nice things being said in the chat. I'm actually gonna make sure that everything is good to go. Yeah, what a race. Taze with another win. Holy crap. I'm gonna try and pull some of these guys into into an interview here. Wow. Holy goodness. That was a finish to remember for sure. Is I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for these post-race interviews. Definitely want to hear from Ghost Reaper. Actually, we can hear from Tazebot. We can hear from Smokey. We're gonna hear from, I think, Valhalla as well, and yeah, Zodiac. So let's go ahead and let these gentlemen know that. Get everything set. Nope, half my screen, not the entire one. Thank you. Go ahead and let these gentlemen know that it's what is going on with Streamlabs. Let me hide this. I don't need that. I don't need my mini feed either. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the... Actually, we're gonna pull them into a different channel. Let me go into the general chat. I'm gonna at Smokey. I'm gonna at Tazebot with another win. Do I want to poke the bear? I don't think I'm poking a bear, as they were both racing each other pretty, let's get Zodiac as well. Actually, let's just go ahead and just join the, go ahead and join the... Yeah, so, I'd like, Taze, let's grab Zodiac, Smokey, and, let me mute my mic on stream. Yeah, sorry about muting my mic, viewers. So we have Taze here. Let me go and unmute my desktop audio. Please try and keep try and keep it yeah, family friendly. So desktop audio is included. So Taze, holy crap, another win. Obviously we have where is... Oh yeah, Smokey said he was gonna be joining as well. We have Zodiac, Taze, and Valhalla here. But man, what a race. And what a finish as well. You and Valhalla were racing each other pretty hard there at the end. Walk us through kind of what happened and what you were thinking.
Oh boy. That was definitely the most scuffed, also competitive finish I've ever had in my life. Um, yeah, I was trying to run the only run you can take was the outside. That inside lane, you either had to dive bomb it, or you weren't gonna make the pass, which Val did at the very end and caused the Forza wall. We'll just skip by that for now.
What are we doing here? I'm sorry.
Yeah. All in all, it was a fun race. I led most laps just because we were top three was trying to get away from the field. They just stayed behind me we all could have led if we really wanted to. But at the very end, before every caution, we were up like 5 seconds on pit stops, and I wanted to stay out right before the rain happened. Luckily, we stayed out a little bit longer than we suggested, and we were able to get in the pits before the rain came out, which was a basically perfect pit. So that really helped. Cautions also helped in the very end as well.
Yeah.
Uh, Great race all in all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, leading, I would I would safely say half the race. And I figured that's what was going on as well, between you, Zodiac, and Ghost Reaper, I believe it is. I've completely forgotten his
Yeah.
gamer tag already. You guys are just kind of tagged up. It's like, look, we can fight if we want to, or we can race close and just kind of get the laps through it. Definitely one of the faster races that I've seen.
Yeah, with the .9 power, it's a lot easier to go flat out.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot.
Yeah, congratulations on another win.
Thank you. I think that's either 5 or 6 now or something like that.
Yeah, I believe so. Alrighty, let's hear from Smokey. Surprise second place finish after you were running about a lap down for the first half of the race.
I got done dirty quite a bit.
Yeah. It
About 4 times, man.
Yeah, talk to us about your race. Obviously trying to keep it family friendly as possible.
Yeah, it was I never had a good start on those restarts. So it was a little difficult. Started dropping back. Just hoping, I was watching, waiting, trying to plan my moves. Tried to get up to the top pack, couldn't do it, but it was a good race. I was very surprised at what happened at the very end. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
So hope they're good.
walk us through what was going through your mind literally the last corner as the majority of the front runners were collected by the unfortunate Forza wall.
One more time, I'm sorry.
Walk us through like what was going through your mind on that last corner, the last lap when the majority of the field was collected by the unfortunate Forza wall.
That was very unfortunate. I was in the back watching. I was like, well, it's a P7, and then all I see is 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 just all hit the wall. I'm like, oh, it was shitty, but I had to capitalize on that moment.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate,
yeah, but
but I'll take those points.
yeah, definitely fantastic finish for you and a fantastic race as well.
Good race, Dad.
Good race with you, bud.
Yeah, so now I completely forgot. Oh, Zodiac is supposed to be in here too. Crap, I forgot about him. Whoops. Scrap Zodiac as well. Is he? Zodiac, you in here?
I mean,
Now we got Dubs, Taz, and Valhalla.
I completely forgot about Zodiac, sorry.
He joined and then dipped. I think
Oh,
he's part
gotcha.
of the leader, if anything.
So
No, he's not. I don't know where he's at.
yeah. So Valhalla. Before we get to the final corner incident, very aggressive blocking when you got into the lead, and even before then, walk us through kind of like what your race strategy was throughout the race.
just follow Taze and Ghost. just me, Taze, and Ghost got in a train in the dry about 50, 60 laps. Just push, nothing. Very boring. Then the rain came. We had, what was it, about 10-second gap? 10, 11, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then caution started coming, and that's when everything got interesting. I mean, it was all fine. Everyone got backed up quite a lot. Ghost said a comment that he wanted to fight a lot, so I did what Ghost did, and I blocked the crap out of everyone, bottom, top. Don't know how I didn't cause a wreck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you were all over like there was $1 million on the line. Final lap at Daytona 500. You're like, I'm keeping this win.
Well, there was something on the line.
Yeah.
For Taze, I didn't want Taze to get
Listen, dude. Yeah, you didn't know this, but if I won this race, I get a free chicken bacon ranch from Subway.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I wanted Taze to starve, so
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Yeah, family friendly, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Line, hold on, real quick, line, please.
I'm glad I muted desktop audio for that. I was okay. So I'm currently live, so if you want to kind of cool it just for another couple minutes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just mute line main. Yeah, so fantastic race. Now let's talk about the last corner and the last lap.
So, once me and Taze had a maybe like half 6 second or 0.6 tenth gap with like 10 laps, I was just gonna push him, so it would just be me and him. And then I don't know what happened in the back between third and seventh or sixth. They had their own thing, and about like 3 laps to go, I was like, I'm just gonna fight for the win. And last corner, last lap, I sent it a little too deep, hoping Taze would stayed up there so he can get a little loose, but he had other plans, overcook it, and he was behind me. If I didn't hit the wall, I probably would have won, but sadly I got Forza walled, and Taze got around me, and I just got destroyed by the incoming cars, and I had a bunch of damage. Almost went to the pits, but Lear still beat me into the pits. But 8th place, not the result I wanted, but I'm not winning this championships. It's only my 3rd race doing this, so
No, it's all
just here
good.
for fun.
Definitely in I just lost my train of thought mid-sentence. Definitely fitting to the series named Job Motorsports. Definitely gave him a little slide job there on turn 4. It's definitely
me and Taze have last race we were up front, and me, Taze, and Ghost, we were up front for walk-ins for most of the race. I would say.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Well, yeah, fantastic race to you as well. Unfortunate ending there. It's literally an all or nothing move, and unfortunately rolled a 1 on that one instead of a 20. Critical failure. But yeah, fantastic race. Also, Taze, Sportsman of the Year, turned it back to make sure that Pure G Black got back to pit road after also getting Forza walled and absolutely obliterated. Yeah, I'm gonna go and wrap the stream up. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Oh yeah, sorry.
Quick, Dice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you gonna be available next week for Brands Hatch?
Yeah. Oh, Brands Hatch and NASCAR? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be available for
no,
that.
not Brands Hatch. Sorry, not Brands Hatch. Sorry.
Oh.
Sebring Short.
Sebring
Yeah,
Short.
we
Okay.
already
Yep.
did Brands Hatch.
Yeah.
And we've been doing themes as well. This week was Hollywood theme.
Okay.
Next week I've decided it'll be restaurants, fast food. So people that
Restaurants
pick that
and fast
theme,
food?
Yeah, so like if you like McDonald's, Chili, stuff like that. So if you run that theme, you get an extra point.
Oh, okay. Nice. So to whoever has a Buc-ee's livery on standby, if you run a Buc-ee's livery, I will wear my Buc-ee's onesie on stream. So
I will make one just for that.
yeah, there you go. Run a Buc-ee's livery, and I will have my my Buc-ee's onesie on for the stream. I'll have the hood up. I'll have the whole shebang. But thanks everybody
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Tomorrow I will be streaming on Tora_live, the Touring Car Revival series, which will take place around this time tomorrow. So if you're interested in seeing little bitty cars and little bitty or big battles, I should say, go ahead and tune in for that, because last week was wild. Yeah, I've been your host, Dr. Ice, and thanks for tuning in. See you next week.